Hello, collective. Happy April 10th. 10, a new begin. Yes. So, ancestors, please be here. Ascended masters of the higher vibration, please be here. Jesus, I need your wisdom in this reading. Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, please be here as well. You've done so much to help us keep our balance during all of this. It's almost over. It's almost over. They're just waiting for the creme de la creme to steal this big whatever of yours, and let them do it, collective. Let them do it. Okay. They want you know, you to have some kind of meltdown, and inside you're like, please just hurry the process, because I really want to move on with my life without being harassed, talked about, slandered. You know what I mean? You're just like, can we hurry this up? Because you want your new beginning, and whether it be whatever it is, you know, the ancestors are going to support it. So thank you. I love you guys. They're quiet right now. Yeah, I got them sitting up in the tree right now. There's about 12 birds that sit up in this tree. I love it. I love it. Okay, this is the chart tonight. Okay, so there's a board meeting going on with your ancestors. Okay, it's about you, this high priestess, very wise spiritual person who has friends. 11th house, a lot of friends all of a sudden. They want to know where you get your support from. They're jealous. Who is supporting this person? Okay, I don't care if your videos say only 2 people watch you. It don't matter, because this is showing that if you took that spiritual journey from the ancestors that asked you to do it, from the Most High that asked you to do it, you have got secret partnerships right now that are huge, balanced, and for your best, for your good. And that's what the meeting's about, because of this war, this spiritual war. Mars sitting in Cancer, probably in your home front. See, Cancer's home. So this meeting's about you at this home, about this lie on a legacy. Okay, it's sitting 5th house. There's some kind of lie about your legacy that the ancestors are very concerned about, and this transformation of this. Okay, because they've lied. They said that it's not yours, that you're the fake. See, you're the fake. You're not the real McCoy. And Most High is telling me, why is it that this particular diamond they have found so many flaws? This particular diamond has the most flaws all of a sudden. He's very curious about that. So you just remember, you're the diamond the Most High is talking about. But yeah, this is the meeting tonight. Okay, now this would be April 10th. This may or may not have occurred in your time zone already. Now, the other big thing is this grand trine, okay? This would be you, this spiritual person with this family, this Uranus, okay? It's Uranus sitting 6th house. This family, your family is of service. Somehow your destiny includes some kind of service, okay? Because this is a family that's embracing you, that serves humanity in some way. Okay, so this would be you, this moon, and this is Uranus, and then down here is the transformation of that. Maybe the service of what you do will be transformed. Okay, maybe it won't be public speaking, maybe it won't be tarot, maybe it won't be, but whoever is adopting you, Oliver Twist, because you've been orphaned by this cruel family, it now gets replaced with something just beautiful, and something to put forth your gifts of the spirit, and all these people that support you. 11th house. Yeah, they want to know where you get all this support. Yeah, but see all this opposite. See the big X in the middle? That's the curse you're trying to break. That's the curse. Okay, you're getting really close, but part of breaking a curse is going through the most painful part. Okay, and so they think that, well, when we steal it, you know, they'll curl up in a ball. And actually, you're just like, please hurry up, steal it, because that's really when you get, you know, you get your freedom. It's going to be freedom when that's over with. So that's what's going on here, is still this war of your transformation, and this opposition moon to somebody reacting to this lie. See, they've tried to keep up this illusion. Moon to the Neptune is in opposition tonight, because it's 0 degrees Aries. Neptune's 0 degrees Aries. So now we're going into Aries. And Neptune's like, hooray! But what's 0 degrees anything? That's God's territory. 0 is God's number. It's the Fool card, right? So it's tricky, because nobody can really nobody has a good handle on the energy right now. We're all just kind of like, you know, second guessing people, considering this could be true, this could not be true. You know, we're trying to, there's a lot of alliances, but at the same time that they're trying to make alliances and figure out which side of the Red Rover team, they've also uncovered some really crappy things that your ops have done. So as time goes on, it just gets worse and worse. So hopefully, and if any more lies have come out about you, it's just adding insult to injury at this point, that, my God, you've done this to one person now for so long that we can pretty much gather you made that up as well. Just another thing that you've made up as well, you know. It's like, let's just stop. So that's the curse that you're trying to break. Got this beautiful grand trine tonight with this new family of service you're going to be a part of, and then this board meeting, which is a big deal. This will resonate for a couple days after this happens, okay, because it's a spiritual board meeting. They've done a lot to protect you, a lot to fight for you. We got, if anybody believes in Tesla, the mathematician genius, Tesla talked about 369, the magic of 369. We got a lot of 9s in this chart, and we got a lot of 3 as well. 21 degrees for the sun would be a 3, sitting in Aries, so that's the Empress card. Okay, so there's your 3. And then for 6, that would be Venus. Okay, Venus is sitting retrograde, okay, till about, I don't know, a couple more days now, till about the 12th. Venus will be retrograde, which means you're still going over things from the past, still going over things that they think that you did or did not do. Yeah. So because Venus is retrograde, she gets the 6 number. She is at 24 degrees Pisces tonight, and she's sitting over here. She's over here in Pisces, 26. 2 plus 6 is 8. Or I'm sorry, 2 plus 4 is 6. So that's your 3, 6, and then the 9 would be the Mars. Yeah, because it's sitting 27 degrees. 2 plus 7 is 9, the Hermit. So we got Venus, Mars, and the Sun. The 369. Yeah, so this is all about divine masculine and divine feminine. Venus and Mars, and the active participant, the Sun. That's the 369. And so it's a huge, you know, the transformation. Yeah, I love it. I love it. My light just went out. So, yeah, it's horrible lighting. Good thing I'm not going to be in the School of Spielberg movie directing. No, not for I. But this is from Scripture, guys. This is, you know, after these things, Jesus went into about Galilee, for he did not want to go in Judea, because the Jews were seeking to put him to death. Now the Jewish Feast of Tabernacles was at hand, and his brethren therefore said to him, leave here and go into Judea, that the disciples may also see the works that thou hast done. For no one does a thing in secret if he does not want to be publicly known. So none of this was done in secret because you're a truth teller. So he wants this truth. Jesus wants this truth to be known. So he has to face this public who wants to seek his death. But not even the brethren believed in him at this point. So yeah, this is when he walks the last few. This is right before Easter. But it's almost like he has to go public. He has to keep going. If you ever want spiritual points in your bank account, you do something you don't want to do, okay? That God's really putting on your heart to do. For me, it was like, just do another reading. I'm like, do they really have to steal any more from me? He's like, well, tell him what we've been working on. And one of the things I've been working on with Most High is he's probably answered all of my prayers, collective, and you could probably do a summary of your prayers and kind of come up with that same statistic, that he has answered several of your prayers. But how many have been stolen by the enemy? Okay, so he's answered a lot of my prayers throughout my life, but they were continuously stolen by this enemy. So now is the wisdom of, okay, my petitions will be safe. They will not be stolen, touched by the enemy. See, because you've learned to, with this grand trine tonight, alchemize, transmute this horrible energy, stay centered in who you are spiritually, and yeah, and your ancestors have taught you, no, spell work don't work, dude. Keep your spell work to yourself. Before it even deploys, it's a miss. So, you know, because you can feel while they're even conjuring it up. It's like, sorry, get back to where you once belong. Get back. Thank you, Beatles. Yeah, get back spell work. It's not gonna fly. Yeah. So that's some of the things you've been learning, and so now your prayers are going to be protected by the Most High, because He's answered quite a few of them. But this new journey for you, they'll be protected, spiritually protected, which I love. So anyway, I wanted to show you the chart. I wanted to share that this is getting close to Easter, 20th day of April or so. Venus is going to go direct here in a couple days, so you're going to feel more like yourself. But it's obvious with Mars being in Cancer. Okay, that's a hermit. Okay, you've got Venus retrograde, and then Mercury is 27 degrees Pisces, which is a hermit as well. So for tarot to be, integrated in this chart, you've got a major planet, Mars, acting like the hermit, and then Mercury, your communication is in a hermit state, 27 degrees Pisces. So you got these major planets that are acting like hermits. So of course you're going to feel like one, right? Okay. And then if you're a Venus, a divine feminine, you're retrograde, for crying out loud. Yeah. So I don't say. I don't want to run my car won't start if I have the light on the whole time. So anyway, yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, I love it. I love it. But you've got all these friends and they want to know where you're getting all this support from. It really worries them. Okay. Another download is the aliens have taken 40 tons of gold from the U.S. Treasury. Okay. Now, if you have galactic support, Federation support, that's probably their little, oh, okay, you want to treat our collective person like that? Well, we're just going to take some of your gold, because they have not come forward to help you. Okay, which it looks so poorly on who they are as a group, society, club, whatever this is that's come against you, that just help that person. Okay, they don't have a place to live right now. Their car is on its last leg. Could you just help the person out? And for you to just keep your job, they think, well, that's plenty. That's all we're going to do for that person. We're going to watch them flail around, because there's no way we want them part of our club, group, association. So anyway, the Galactic Federation said no more, and they hiked the gold. They took the and they have hid this gold, but it's kind of funny where they hid it, apparently. So I've heard through the grapevine where they've hidden this gold. It's quite funny. But needless to say, they're not going to bring it back until you do something kind for this person. Okay, this person is not a fake. Okay, you have found more flaws in this diamond than any other diamond on Earth. And why is that? Because it's rare. Okay, it's a rare one. It's probably like a pink one, or you know what I mean. Those diamonds that are just really rare. Or and I'm not a gymnast or a gemologist or whatever. I don't know how the diamonds get their points, but it's like it's they've attacked this diamond so much, it's like they've given it a stigma. That's what they wanted to do. Create this stigma around you, like, oh, well, we can't be their friend because then we'll be attacked too. Oh, well, you dude, I don't want you to be my friend because you're a puss. If they don't have the balls to be your friend, it's like, dude, you're not my friend then. I can take the attacks and I haven't asked for any help, but for you to go, oh, I don't want to be their friend because we might get attacked too. Dude, that's cowboy up, man. Cowboy up. What are you doing? Yeah. Help that person out. That's all they got to do. So, yes, Most High. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards. Because most of the energy is saying that, okay, yeah, there's this Queen of Swords that's celebrating that you're going to be washed up. And you may not want to touch tarot ever again in your life if this comes to a conclusion for you, because you did what you had to do. You said your piece, but isn't it funny how you were labeled a Satanist by touching cards? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. When the Most High really wanted people to recognize a balance, and that he's the ultimate one that we should, be praying to. And that's all it is. And all these groups, clubs, organizations have figured out the magic behind Jesus, the Ascended Masters. So they stick with that. And they lost sight of who gave them that. See? So, okay, let's figure this out. So I've got this really cool pack here. It's the villains from Disney. Yeah. I saw that. I thought, okay, I want to see what the villains are up to. Okay, Jesus, tell us what you want Collective to know tonight during this Grand Trine and the board meeting of the ancestors. Oh, Ace of Cups. First thing came out, flipped right out. Ace of Cups. So there's a lot of love around you tonight, and it's 11th house. So whatever you hold spiritually, secretively, your walk has so much love in it. Okay, and you might be completely ignored. Okay, you might have no friends at all. Okay, you might have to go about your day pretending everything's just fine when inside you're dying. It's like, oh, I'm quite used to it. Don't worry about it. well, yeah, because you know you're alchemizing it, but that's hard. And the Most High wants you to be recognized that He knows that that's hard, that you've been gaslit this long. If these people get up to the gates, you know, and they have to atone for that, like, why'd you gaslight that person when you knew a truth? You could have helped them out. You ultimately can set a judgment on them. You know, St. Peter will ask you, hey, do you want us to go easy on this person? You know, and you can say, well, no, they actually bought me a car toward the end so I could actually get around. So no, please just go easy on them. But, you know, the rest of them go ahead and throw under the bus because they threw you under the bus. Not only did this coven group of people who stole from you gaslight you, but they included all these people to keep up this routine, this sick routine around you. Like, oh yeah, this is the reality. We don't know what you're talking about. Ace of Cups. You get a lot of love for that. I love it. I love it. Because the jokers. Look at that. The jokers around you. Yeah. Bite me. All right. Yeah, I'm just like, hurry up. Get it over with, dude. Take it. Just take it, dude. Whatever you're doing, just take it. And so they can have their little party. There's a little party coming. Yeah, they're having a party. Might be tonight. So there's some kind of Jack of Swords. Okay, so vicious talk about this love. They're calling it fake. That it's not real. You are the fakest thing, the most flawed stone they've ever seen in nature. Most flawed stone. Wow. Then where's all these secret friends coming from? 11th house moon. Yeah, where are all these downloads coming from? Yeah, you keep it up, all your gold's going to be missing. That's what the Galactic Federation is saying. Hey, you keep it up with that collective person. Dude, we don't care. We'll hide more gold. We're the only ones that know where it's at. Oh, you guys are too much. I love you. Okay, so yeah, so there's a lot of gossip about this this love. They don't think it's real. They think you just made this up. My personal battle was for the ones passed over that this had happened to, that couldn't stand up because these people were very socially connected, politically connected, had a lot of money, and these people felt crushed by that. I can't publicly speak about this because they'll erase me. And they, you know, maybe some of your ancestors had businesses, they were employed, they didn't want their entire family to go hungry because all of a sudden they were ostracized from by speaking some truth. So hey, I didn't have nothing to lose, so I was like, dude, sign me up. No, I felt for him. I'll be truthful. They were infuriated that some of the things they'd intended for you, the legacy, they stole. And it's wrong, These people aren't here to stand up for themselves. And if they were, there would be hell on high water for what these people have done. So tell me about this. So they're viciously speaking about this love. They're saying it's fake. What's in their subconscious? What are they worried about underneath all this? What are they concerned about? Okay. So these jokers here, yeah, check this out. So these jokers worried about a truth. Ace of Swords, okay? That they celebrated on your gift. So they celebrated a gift of yours, Ace of Pentacles, or the inheritance. They celebrated this inheritance. They celebrated stealing this probably. But what I got was this. These jokers celebrated your gift and this truth. Like they took ownership of it. No, this is our truth and this is our gift. We know more. We're the Ascended Master. Okay, well, where's your gold? That's what I would say. Because I think what they hope is that once this gets accomplished, that they'll see you like finally dying and curling up, giving up. And for the first time in your life, it's like freedom. I went through the curse. I broke the curse. I made it through. I'm free. So that's when the Most High gives you the, the steps to take to get your life. And if they attack you at that point, it's like then you can start going to law enforcement. Like, dude, these people hate me because they stole a bunch of stuff from me and they never went to jail for it. So can you tell them to back off at this point? and they'll know about it and they'll be like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. You know what I mean? And some of you, this has been going on for 50 years. So it doesn't surprise you, and nor do you want to stop it at this point. It's like, please proceed with this maniacal plan of yours. But yeah, they celebrated this gift. These jokers did, and as their truth. Yeah, that's in their subconscious. And they know it's a lie. They know it's fabricated, that was yours, okay? That as long as you were erased, that they could roll around in that. Yeah, it's horrible. Okay, so what's crowning this? What's crowning this group of people? What's crowning this group of people who in their subconscious, they don't want to admit this. See, they don't want to admit that they rolled around in something that wasn't theirs, celebrated something that wasn't theirs, that was a truth that they hid in their subconscious. They're hiding that. See, it's in their they don't want to talk about it because this is what's crowning it. What's crowning this situation this gaslighting. That's what that is in the subconscious, what they've gaslit everyone to believe. Oh no, that's the fake. That's not the real person. And it probably was easy to prove because your circumstances weren't great. You didn't have a lot of friends on the, you know what I mean? And then look at the chart tonight. You've got a lot of hidden friends that you're unaware of. Okay, but they have to watch these people walk this out. So, it's their own fate. It's sealed. So you're looking to get to the 5D at this point. What's crowning this situation? Yeah, they were too embarrassed to tell you that they even collaborated with these people, that they even exchanged texts with these people, that they knew what was going on at all. They're afraid to even say that because they know that you're like, okay, I don't want you in my energy, if you're a puss. Dude, you're a puss. That you took that side. Yeah. Over hanging out with little old me. Just little old me. That's all you had to do. And the Most High knew that. If they were going to pick on you, some king of coins, he did it too. Yeah. He went after your business. But you're protected. Something about your business or it's protected. Your gift that's what's crowning this reading, okay? Although they've gaslit you and stolen this stuff, okay? You have the Ace of Cups tonight, okay? And you have protection from the passed over ones. Maybe you did this for your passed over as well because it wasn't right, okay? It wasn't right. And that's where all your support comes from. That's why this aggravates them, because a lot of their magic powers come from the underworld, okay? Well, that's awesome, dude. But a lot of these ancestors are there. And they're like, you're not getting our support, dude. We're helping that collective person. I love it. And some of you figured out that, well, if they can still on the 3D, then I'm just going to go shopping other places in the universe. And like I've told you, I've got a big chunk of Pluto reserved for me because I'm interested in Pluto. I know it's been orphaned, it's out there. And I think it's so funny because what home are they going to go to if I buy Pluto or if I lease Pluto or whatever, how it's worked out spiritually. So it's not going to be no underworld planet at that point when I'm in charge of it. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, where exactly are you planning on going at that point? Because New World Order, I assume that they think they'll just take over Earth, but Earth's going to be split in two, dude. I'm telling you. It's going to be a low and a high vibration. And that lower vibration just may fall off into the ocean. Atlantis will rise. I know, all kinds of people may be filming you right now. You'll go outside in the morning time, and the neighbor will have the phone recording you. You're like, ooh, isn't that fun? Nobody will talk to you all day, okay? You'll be ignored all day. But they'll come out of their home to record you, to get a picture of you, because they cannot believe you're still alive. Yeah. How do you like them apples? They won't talk to you on the streets, but let's record them. 6 in the morning having their cigarette, because how can they still be alive? I'll tell you how. God Most High. God Most High keeps you alive, collective. Okay, so now we got, this is the most recent past. You were supposed to celebrate. Okay, yeah. There might have been disappointment because you were supposed to celebrate this, some kind of stability. And now there's this 4 of Cups. Or they're disappointed that you might be. This could be distant future. But I think a lot of you already thought that you would find stability. And you're kind of surprised that you're still struggling. So I feel like there's some kind of incomplete blessing for you. It's working in progress. But they're disappointed that they saw your disappointment when you couldn't get stability and celebrate that. Maybe it was a house. Maybe you were supposed to get this person's house and you didn't get it. So they saw the disappointment. They probably rolled around in that, like, oh, that's so funny. When you knew that if it was truly yours, nobody could keep it from you. But there's some kind of disappointment about this home, the celebration of a home. There's disappointment. So maybe some of you felt that. Like, I cannot believe that I have no news yet about this property. Okay. And the Most High wants you to know that they went beyond just taking the property. They sold off pieces of the property to other people, and now there's for sale signs on the property. So it's like, because the judgment was reversed, so suddenly they got to get that money back for that to give to you. Do you see what I mean? So they went above and beyond just taking what was supposed to be yours initially. They went ahead and like portioned out things and put for sale signs, and it's a hot mess. Yeah, it's a hot mess. Yeah, and it's 10 of Swords. They can't move at this point. So a lot of assets have been frozen because of that little shape-shifty work they were doing. I got a gang stalker in front of me. You got one headlight. I've seen a lot of one headlights lately. Yeah. Yeah. Go around. Just go around. Okay, so tell me. Okay, so yeah, we'll put that in most recent past. What's the coming up in the future for this reading? This person with this Ace of Cups, this protection from the past over, that's being gaslit over a property. They should have been celebrating. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you've been completely gaslit about this property. We don't know what you're talking about. And the ancestors are looking down going, really? Really? We're going to play that game? You can't play that game with the past over ones. Yeah, the other day I was thinking, why would Johnny Cash lie to me? Yeah, Johnny Cash is who came to me and said, that's not your mother. That's what he said to me. Now, why in the world would Johnny Cash lie to me? I've never met the man. Yeah, seriously, why would he lie to me? Yeah. Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins was not your mother. No. Okay, so what's the future? We're going to steal more gold. Yeah, Elon Musk, he's going to have a few meetings about that. So there's a Queen of Hearts out there. Tell me about this Queen of Hearts. Is that collective? They're trying to tell people you're not the Queen of Hearts. But here you got the ace of, oh wow. That's the truth. That one flipped out. They're trying to tell people that you have no love because of what you've done publicly to slander these people. I've mentioned no names. And to tell you the truth, it was the only way to get them to stop doing what they were doing to me, because I was going to be dead. Yeah. If I hadn't have picked up on this spiritual journey and listening to readers tell me about attacks and how to transmute and how to learn this stuff, I would have just laid down and, let him attack me. But I knew somewhere inside of me I was strong enough to fight this. And it's a reality that you have to participate in willingly and get support to do it. It's not like you can just say, oh, okay, well, help me out. No, you walk it and you choose it and you listen and you ask for guidance, and it's very humbling because you can't see a thing. You can't see a thing. So it's a war only you are involved in. It's very humbling. And it, yeah, it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding. They can't take that gift from you because of the humility that you used. When you signed up for this, like, okay, I'm going to listen to what the Spirit's telling me, and I'm going to walk this out, and I'm going to live by this truth that only I know inside. Only I know inside. Nobody in the Bible believed Jesus, that he was doing these miracles. Nobody believed him, not even his brethren. Nobody believed him. And yet he knew he was walking out the will of God. And that's just the strength of that man to do that. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. I love you. The strength of that man to do that. Okay, so you're going to get a truth in the distant future. In the near distant future is some kind of truth coming toward you. Tell me about this Ace of Swords. Tell me about this Ace of Swords. Yeah, and I'll read to him about those veterans. Yeah. There's a little article here about some scams that were done on the veterans. They wanted you imprisoned. They wanted you trapped. That's why they were sending all these people toward you, is to trap you. 8 of Swords. Yeah, they wanted you trapped. Check this out. This is by Freddie Groves. But he said that, yeah, this is unbelievable. In the last 12 months, the OIG, Office Internal, it says OIG, must be an acronym for some federal agency, but has derailed schemes totaling $3 billion being stolen from the VA. OIG. Yeah, Office Internal, I don't know, what would G be? Galactic Federation. They move the gold. Amen. They move the gold. Okay, so there's some kind of truth coming out how they wanted you trapped. They wanted you trapped. They did not care. They wanted you trapped. And then I also got this King of Cups was behind it. This was probably someone they pushed toward you. This is probably just a good old boy or a friend that maybe you needed help from, and they were two-faced, man. They were two-faced. The whole time they were either texting somebody else or recording you, which is completely illegal. So my hope is that their consciousness makes this person go to law enforcement and say, hey, this is what I know. It's a pretty greedy family, okay, and do what's right. But then he's risking his own, you know what I mean? And if it's a small town you live in, chances are he can't do that. So his livelihood depends on this group of people, is what I'm saying. So I don't know if he'll be brave enough to do that, but he obviously wasn't brave. Confirmation with the bird. Enough to tell you the information he knew. So that's how I guess you got away. Praise God, you got away from this person, this King of Cups person, because he was there to trap you. He was there to trap you. So, okay. So tell us about what's coming up here. What this person in this reading fears. Well, Ace of Cups was right in the middle. There's an Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is like an environment reading, because it's just saying that you're showing up as this Ace of Cups person that they've slandered, that should have been celebrating a home, but they watched you. They watched you devastated. That this wasn't ever going to show up for you. They watched that. And in their subconscious, they know that they've celebrated something that's not theirs. And what's crowning them is your protection, that you're still protected. They're like, who are these person's friends? Who are your friends? Why are you still here? And then just something about this King of Cups is going to admit to you, or you're going to find out that, yeah, I was supposed to keep you trapped, keep you away from pursuing, you know, what you're supposed to do for God. You know, you were supposed to do this for God. And I just got 6 of Swords, so maybe, yeah, you did get away from that person. Praise God. Okay, so this environmental reading is saying that they're scared of the past. 6 of Cups. Something they've done for a very long time. They're scared. That brings them fear because you could expose it. Okay, if you were neglected or abused, I don't know. Maybe you could. I think gaslighting is the worst offense ever. It alters your reality. You didn't deserve that. It affected relationships, you know, your whole life because of this person, this Aries Joker person. Yeah, thinking it was funny. Yeah, where's your gold, dude? Where's your gold? Who owns Pluto? Yeah, that's what I thought. Right here, dude. Right here. Because you're a puss. Yeah, they're chicken. That only gaslighter's chicken. Seriously. You can't tell the truth, somebody? You're gonna gaslight them? What does that say about their self-esteem? So expect. What can we expect? What does the environment think about this family? What are the expectations around this? Yeah. What's the environment going to do with this family? I'm looking at a semi with his, he's got these lights going nuts. Like they're just going nuts on his vehicle right now. Okay, I got 4 of coins. Your environment knows that they kept this from you. They know. They know that their whole goal is for you to walk around like in a stupor. Yeah, so that you look like you know. And you know, we all participate in this great stage called life. You know what I mean? So why be mean or cruel? I had an op come up to me while I was doing cans today. You know, recycling cans. Hey, what days do you work again? Oh yeah, I work. You know, I'm not gonna lie to that person or tell them, get away from me, my life is horrible, you know, on my day off, you know, and say something stupid. No, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I work these nights, yeah, good to see you. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do, bark at that person? Tell them, well, how dare you come in and do magic on me? When I'm lucky they have any customers coming in at all, because they probably told these people do not come in on those nights so she can make 0 money. Yeah, and then the Most High did a little flip trick on them. Yeah, little flip trick. Sent some people in that left me a $50 tip, so thank you. If you're watching this video, thank you, I needed that. So yeah, you never know when God's got your back, collective. So you just keep doing the routine that you're supposed to do. And yeah, they're not pleased about that. $50 tip. Well, you know, I filled their water. I kept filling their water. I'm the cupbearer, man. Okay, so yeah, so the environment knows they kept this from you. What are the hopes? What are the hopes of this environmental reading? I think your community wants this to end, okay? The Most High wants you to know that. They want this to end as well. They don't like being known as a gang-stalking, a vicious environment, okay? It makes them look no different than Jim Crow days. It really doesn't. It's like we have not evolved at all, apparently. Apparently not. We're just gonna lynch this person out in public and then dismiss it like we don't know. It's strange. They must have committed suicide. Wow. No, that's not a suicide. Hate to break it to you, love. Yeah, it's just these people cannot grow. It's uncomfortable for them, okay? They're used to the comforts, and I am too. I miss having a home, okay? I miss having my own space. But I'm trying to get spiritual bank account points right now. So Most High's like, just do the reading. Just do what I tell you to say. And a lot of it's just for people that are hurting right now to realize, oh my gosh, I could be like that person and completely ignored except to be made fun of. You know, how hard would that be? It's hard. And you got to just keep going because you know that you walk in your truth. That's how much you think of yourself. Like, God don't make junk, dude. He don't make junk. So if that's what's in your heart, you walk it out, you know, until proven otherwise, or until, you know, you get some, you know, until it's over. 10 of Swords. Okay. And you'll know when it's over. But see, this is a big indicator that you're right where you're supposed to be. Okay, that Grand Trine, that this high priest, this person that's been fair, you've been nothing but fair. It's sitting in Libra tonight, beginning that full moon. Nothing but fair. And look at all the friends, 11th house, you have because you were fair. You were fair. You were fair, collective. You played with sportsmanship. For God's sakes. These people don't know sportsmanship if it slapped them in the face. Yeah, it's putting them at a pause. They have to pause and consider that. What was my sportsmanship? Your sportsmanship was crap. If I was playing football against you, my God, there would be more flags thrown on the field at this point. And you just kept playing. You were like, well, hey, I'm in uniform, dude. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Because for you, it was like, I got to get to the end of the game, man. We still got time on that clock. Okay, yeah. I'm supposed to tell you about this dream I had. I don't remember a lot of dreams, but this is kind of a cool one. Okay, so tell me about the hopes. The hopes of this family. Oh, that they can keep this from you? Yeah, something about 4 of coins, keeping this back from you. And then this one flips out. Queen of Swords. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. 14. 14's the Temperance card. It's the angels. So they know you're an angel. They know that. And they want to keep that from the community. Oh no, that's just a regular human being. Well, of course we're all regular human beings. All of us are. But for God's sake, that one is connected to the passed over ones. And they want to call her a Satanist because I talk to dead people? Dude, why would Johnny Cash lie to me? Swear to God, what? Why? Why would he say? Unless it wasn't some resemblance of truth. Truly. So what fell out was this Aries in complete disappointment that you speak like that. This Aries, this leader of this coven, cannot believe that you speak like that. And you stand on it. Because it's truth, dude. He had no reason to lie to me. It's your new beginning. Trusting in these people that speak to you. Yeah, if you're tapped in, you make sure you're tapped in. Okay? That means spending a lot of time alone and having no friends. And it's way fun, let me tell you. Because you're going to be able to get away. That's the other fear, is that you're going to be able to get away from this. See? If they can keep you confined, okay, restrict your videos. Let no one see your videos but maybe 2 people. and you know, you could be part of some government experiment where they wanted to see, well, will they still do videos if only 2 people watch? Well, sure. I'm supposed to. What do you want me to do? Because I still get spiritual points for this. I still get points in the bank account for doing this. So, yeah, and then I'll tell them the dream. Final outcome for collective being this Ace of Cups this tonight. Ace of Cups during this Grand Trine, being this person with secret relationships that they're bugged by. You've got partnerships, 11th house, that they don't know. Might be Galactic Federation because they went to the trouble to steal some gold from these people, okay? Because they're serious. All you have to do is help that person out. Okay, yo. And whether that mean like getting them a room at a motel for a night so they can, you know, take a bath, wash their clothes, whatever it is, you let that person flail around because you wanted them to look like, what, a jackass? When you were hiding that you stole this home from them? Lying about it. When they're dead on paper. Yeah, you lied to them. So, and all it was to embarrass you, see? I would never go out of my way to embarrass anybody. Truly. There's enough embarrassment when you forget to, like, you know, unpick your teeth and put deodorant on and stuff like that. That we face every day. And then to just go out of my way to humiliate somebody. I cannot imagine being that kind of human being. That's just not me. It's just not me. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, the ops are coming up to me, talking to me, and I'm very civil. I'm very kind. You know, why would I want to be vicious and attack them and say, you're the one that was in the grocery store calling me an op? Or, you know, why would I do any of that? You know? It's not me. Something about this Queen of Coins. This might be your doppelganger. There's a final outcome with this person. Yes, let's find out. Let's find out about this doppelganger who's still in the business of imitating you, wanting to steal your gifts. What's going to happen with this twin? This person they have that goes to court as you. Goes to court as you. Yeah, goes to court as you. Wow, yeah. Because they look like a healer. They look like a healer. They don't wear fake eyelashes, so they must be the healer. Dude, who cares? You know what I mean? Dude, who cares? I just, you know, it is what it is. Tammy Faye. I like Tammy Faye. Okay, so now we've got this doppelganger. Oh, wow. Has worked, 8 of coins, right? Has put some work in, some planning, and they're very disappointed. 5 of Cups. All their work and all their plans, and their 5 of Cups energy tonight. Now this is 11, 8 and 3. Okay, this is their past energy. 11 is justice. You get justice for this. You see, 8 and 3 is 11. That's the justice card, the High Arcana. So all of this work that they did, all the planning, okay, expectation. This is the card where the guy stands with the globe, like he's holding the world. If I do all this work, I will hold the world in my hand. You get justice for that. Because now they're sitting in this 5 of Cups energy, which is the Hierophant. This is God. This is Hierophant. 5. Do you see? God's saying, no, you get justice for that crap. They're not that. They're not you. What are you doing, dude? Play a video game. Be a Vivitar. What's it called? Avatar. Be a Vivitar. Whatever that is. Wear your leotard. I love you, collective. Happy Thursday.